So I want to offer you something different tonight to help to offer you a fresh perspective, with the intention being to give you a very different and more empowering and positive and liberated experience of your life. And the shift that I'm going to offer you, because as a lot of you know, I offer a transmission of presence. As I speak, I'm speaking the words I'm intuitively guided to say, and as I speak, there's an energy that comes through my words that we absorb as a download or a healing, so that you are experiencing energetically what the words are pointing to. And sometimes I offer perspectives that might seem like something from left field. But for beings that have seen it all and read it all, I have to come from left field. Because you know everything else. So with tonight, I want to give you a very unexpected way to resolve difficult emotions, to resolve fear, to resolve sadness, to resolve anger. Wouldn't it be amazing if I can teach you a way to resolve fear, sadness, anger, and any nuance of difficult emotion in between? I'm going to teach you a very interesting way. Now, I will warn you in the beginning that what I'm going to suggest to you may, to any ego structure, seem challenging or outright ridiculous. But if you just consider what I suggest tonight, I guarantee you it has the potential to completely transform your entire reality. The way I'm going to introduce this teaching is I'm going to give you a different answer to an old question. The questions are, why am I afraid? Why do I get sad? And why do I get angry? Why do I get disappointed? Why do I get hurt? Why do I feel victimized? Right? The basic question is, why do I fill in the blank with any emotion you wish you could control, right? And life doesn't work in a cause and effect way. So it's not as if you experience something because you're not doing something. It's not punishment, right? That's how we interpret it. We interpret it through the lens of a child relating to a parent. I am being punished. What must I have done wrong, right? So I'm not saying that the reason you're feeling these things is because of something that you have done wrong. I'm just going to suggest that if there's something you do more right, these things go away. So let me just make some suggestions by asking you questions. Now, they're not questions we answer. They're just called what I call activating questions, where just as you hear the question, it's like something within goes, oh. So let's just call this a casual game of consider this. And it has the potential to open things up quite dramatically. And if not, it was so lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you. Oh, that's so funny to me. I'm so thankful that things that are funny to me are funny to you. I'm sure you've all had that situation where something's really funny to you and other people, it's not, you're like, well, all right, it's funny to me. So let's just play a game of consider this. How can you be afraid of anything you are committed to serving? How can you be disappointed by someone you're committed to serving? How can you be hurt by someone you're committed to serving? And the answer to that one, the way you get hurt by those you're committed to serving, is an expectation that they are here to reciprocate and serve you in the way you serve them. But I want to talk about service as a radical, one-sided transaction. That you are here to discover a reality within you that is already present, already fully liberated, already powerful, fully activated, and fully all the things that you try to become. And the activity, the natural state of that reality within you is service. How does the divine move? It moves in service to all. And what takes us from being empowered masters in human form to disgruntled victims is we are under the impression that others are supposed to serve us the way we serve them. The reality is you serving someone will guarantee you to have an experience of yourself in your encounter with them instead of experiencing all the things you hope and expect that they never will give you back. Being of service is the way we guarantee the highest experience for you in the presence of anyone, despite their conditions or turmoil. It is just how you guarantee the greatest experience. And the reason you live in a world where it seems as if you are serving so many and they're not serving you at all is because they are all introducing you to the one that you have not spent enough time serving, which is yourself. So the real spiritual journey, when we get down to the nuts and bolts of it, is that you have practiced serving others to become aware of the value of your offering, of your support, of your attentiveness. And their inability to reflect that back to you and serve you shows you the one who was often last in line to receive your service. And when you begin serving yourself the way you have been serving others, even if you're only serving others hoping to receive the validation that they can't give you. When you begin serving yourself, that's when your ability to serve others will inspire, uplift, and energize you versus disappoint, destroy, and exhaust you. The bottom line is, you cannot serve someone and suffer at the same time. You suffer when you have expectations, but if you're truly serving them, there is no suffering. But the exhaustion, the judgment, the resentment, is what arises in a being who serves others but doesn't serve themselves the same way. So in order to prepare you to discover how to live immune to fear, anger, sadness, and any difficult emotion, because I'm here to tell you and let you know, there is a reality, a dimension, where you are completely immune to fear, anger, sadness, and all these things. You don't get there by trying to get there. I didn't know it existed. It just happened. When I first discovered, I thought something was wrong with me. Because I didn't have a teacher that said, oh yes, stay right there, you have made it. All of a sudden, I didn't feel anymore. I thought I was cut off from emotions. And then I realized, oh, when I see something inspirational, I can cry at the drop of a dime. So I'm not emotionally unavailable. It's just you become totally incapable of being afraid. You become totally incapable of being agitated. You become totally incapable of being sad. You become totally incapable of loss. It's real. There's a reason why you're seeking it, because it's real. But the only way to get there is to serve others. And the only way to serve others in a way that does not exhaust you and put you into a state of spiritual resentment and to make it you versus them is for you to learn how to serve yourself. When you serve yourself, you'll have more to offer people. And when you have more to offer people, no one will touch you. And I'm going to teach you how to do it tonight. Because what I like to do is give you teachings that not only empower and liberate, but I like transforming heart-centered beings into a room of spiritual badasses. That's what I like doing. That's what I like, thank you. That's what I like doing. Because think about it. If someone's angry with you, but your focus is even not just saying it to them, but on the inside. And by the way, let me just first teach you how functional this is. If you're in the presence of someone who is agitated with you, judging you, or being passive-aggressive with you, and in your mind you telepathically say to them, "How may I serve you?" their behavior changes instantly. Test it in your life, you'll see what I'm saying. You're around someone who's emotionally shut off, because when people are in their ego, they either lash out or they shut down, or somewhere in between. Shut down and lashing out from behind a wall, right? Or you're someone's in your life and there's just no way to approach them. Just in your mind, look at them and just say silently, "And how may I serve you?" And it will change. Either they're going to change or you're going to change experiences. Something's going to change. Because human suffering exists in the absence of selfless service. And when you learn selfless service is the way to function in your communications, your personal encounters, and you also make you the one that you serve most often to balance it out, that's when this gets completely radical. And I'm saying this with the exception of the rule, as always, and I always say this as many times as I can, nothing that I offer you is an excuse to stay in a relationship with any kind of constant abuse. We may be brought together to work out soul contracts on a spiritual level, but I want to remind you all, the minute there is any kind of abuse in any relationship, that's the universe letting you know that contract is nullified and void and complete, and you should now move on. So I'm not speaking about, hey, try this out and stay in abusive, tumultuous relationships. I'm talking about what you can bring with you to live in your true vibrational essence instead of waiting for the world around you to catch up and wake up. That if you decide to live in service to everyone you meet, no one can hurt you.